Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So on April 3rd, 2026, things are heating up as Megalodon is striking back at Harry's being exposed for flirting with Charlotte Griffiths, the journalist at the Daily Mail, which he knew. And he was saying snuggles, mwah, all this stuff. So basically, Harry got caught perjuring himself and lying to the court, to the judge, just like Meghan. So now, boom, she pulls out a video allegedly of Archie skiing, but nobody believes it because the person videotaping is behind skiing, and everyone knows Meghan has no athletic ability, as the wonderful Meghan's mole has pointed out, which I'll show you in a second. But first, this is the video Meghan posted on her Instagram loving wife there. Yeah, so we're supposed to believe that's Archie and Harry, but as TRG has pointed out, this is most likely Meghan's friend Kelly McGee with her sons, who are very avid skiers, which makes perfect sense because that child looks much bigger than what Archie would be. And of course, like I said, Meghan's mole reminded us that Meghan has, in fact, no athletic skills whatsoever. I mean, she looks like a spider climbing down the hill here.
We don't have that much farther to go.
What?
I'm actually surprised they put that out. Look how ridiculous.
She's happy to go up the hill, but she hates going down the hill.
I mean, what the heck?
We don't have that much.
You know, she literally looks like a spider. Anyways, so we're supposed to believe the woman on the left there skied effortlessly with a video camera. Recording her husband and son just whizzing away down the slopes. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, so there you have it. So there's that. That's one story. So also at the same time, I wanted to point out something that I think some people miss. And this is not just Prince Harry, the Satanist, but all the Luciferians in Hollywood and politicians do the same thing. They do a lot of hand gestures. They keep their hands moving. And the reason they do this is if you slow it down, they always very quickly, slyly put in their, usually the devil horns type of, that's the usual one. But Harry has lots of different Masonic, satanic hand gestures he does. I'm sure you're familiar with in the past. But watch how he effortlessly, because they've been doing this for decades, right? They've been getting away with it. People haven't been slowing it down to point it out. But again, this isn't just Harry, it's all the Luciferians here. So I'll just play the video real quick.
And I am sure that most days, I am assuming most days are hard days, where perhaps you are always being kept awake at night.
Did you catch that? Did you catch it? So that was just some of the hand gestures. He did a lot more twirling the hands around. But right there, I mean, he quite clearly did a devil's horns. Right there. Okay, that is not accidental. People standing there talking don't just do gestures like that. And it does it all the time. They all do. It's very common. They're slipping it in. Now, that's what I want to do a reading on today. I mean, I don't know if, for some reason, they feel obliged to do this. Some say it's a ha-ha joke on the masses who, aren't aware or don't take it seriously that these people are part of a satanic cult. So I'm going to look at this and see, is this hand gesturing, is this really empowering him, or why is he doing it? So I'm kind of curious, aren't you? Why is he really why do they really do this? Again, it's not just him, but man, he's always doing that. He's flopping the hands around. You see that? I think Gavin Newsom does the same thing. Yeah, but they all do it, So let's see here. Why is Prince Harry flashing the devil's horns? Satanic symbolism. Why does he do that in his speeches? They're in the public eye. There is an energy there. And I've shown other videos. They've proven, and David Icke, but other people have pointed out that when people who are watching something, sacral chakra, when people are watching something, they're energizing it. So this is like the energizing. They get power, satanic spiritual power, or just spiritual power, but they're Satanists. So they use it negatively. But they get power from people watching. The gaze of people, the human gaze, whatever you look at, you energize on a spiritual level. That's why they're constantly in our faces with the videos and the puff pieces and TV and interview. That's why they're constantly doing that, because your attention, your gaze, you're on it, energizes them and gives them satanic power, and it makes them more powerful, not just because of algorithms and clickbait and all that, but it really literally on a spiritual level gives them power to get, and it helps them getting away with all this evil they're doing. And so yes, power and getting people to keeps your attention on him, and he's getting a satanic power from that. But what else? He's getting spiritual power for sure, being on stage with a microphone, blathering away his lies, multiple lies. Oh, look at that authority reverse. Yeah, and it's empowering them to try to tear apart our society, bring in the New World Order. This is the government card. This is, turning everything upside down, bringing, their chaos, which is what Satanists want to do. They want to bring in that New World Order. They're trying to tear us down, tear down the society, tear down everything. And this is helping them to be destructive and the chaotic force by doing that. And you see, he's got this like halo around him of the power around him, but negatively down under the satanic demonic power there. Yeah. Oh, again, more about the spiritual aspect of this and the negative power they get, and they feel it. People who go on stage with thousands or millions of people watching you, you feel it, right? You feel, and he feels it, and they feel it. Again, that empowerment, that spiritual power that allows them to get away with everything so far and continue to get away with it. So a lot of spiritual power here for their destructive goals and to help them create the conflict. This is like the Five of Wands here card, similar to, but it allows him to create the divisiveness and conflict, with the Sussex Squad and other demonic, satanic lies they're putting out there, keeping that going. And then we've got like the Eight of Wands here, which is putting out, it propels them. It gives them that power to keep going forward and keep moving in their path of destruction. With people watching them, say this person's watching Harry and Meghan constantly on the internet. You can see this is the internet card, and it propels them, it empowers them. So a lot of satanic power here. So I'm getting that from Harry, that it's more about getting that spiritual energy from, absorbing all of that gaze, that energy on a spiritual level that's used for their destructive, divisive agenda here with their demonic pals of the Sussex Squad and Christopher Boozy and Imran Ahmed and James Holt and all of them that are in trying to overthrow our freedom of speech and our government and our constitution. So yeah, it's a lot of empowerment here to be destructive. So he's not just doing it, it doesn't look like, to signal to his pals, yeah, I'm a Satanist, hey guys, it's me. It's not just a haha joke. It's not like, haha, you guys don't realize what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. It's eyes wide shut, right? See without seeing kind of thing. It's more than that, especially with Harry and Meghan, because they're so much in the public eye, is so much one thing after another, boom, boom, boom. Like this week has been crazy with everything coming out and them responding to it with their videos and speeches of nonsense and whatnot. So this is to empower them. So that's, they want you to see it, but you see what happens is when it's going by very quickly with his hands all over, and you don't consciously see it, but your unconscious does see it. So you might think, so what? Most people are just going to miss it. It's not going to affect them. Yes, it does. Your unconscious gets everything, every little thing your unconscious picks up, but we just can't be consciously aware of it, or we would be overwhelmed. Our minds would be overwhelmed. So you are you're unconsciously going to pick it up, and that is going to affect you. So it's not only him getting energized, but it comes back to you. It comes back into your unconscious and affects you. So yeah, how does it affect someone who's watching the video but not consciously seeing it? Because our unconsciouses, like Dr. Hodges says, and many psychologists, psychiatrists, therapists, they'll tell you that the unconscious is a genius, and it remembers every little thing and observes everything. And that's why our dreams are how our unconscious communicates to us things that maybe consciously we didn't catch. This is why people like to pay attention to dreams so much. And here we've got 5 of coins reversed. The handout here. So this is the poor people it's directed towards and influencing with these globalists, politicians, royalty doing these, like Harry doing these demonic hand gestures. It is to keep you oppressed and poor. I see this like the hand on top pushing down the people here. Yeah. To be oppressive. So people who see it and don't realize, and they're absorbing it, and they just see it as, oh yeah, see again the idea of oppression, enslavement, keeping you beneath them, their pyramid there, their pyramid of power, and you are just knocked out of power. And then you can see the triangles pointing downwards there. You can see. And this is the firm foundation reversed. So yeah, reversing your firm foundation here, keeping you oppressed, keeping you from, it does affect all of us on that level. And this is Ace of Wands reversed. Your inner light, your inner spiritual essence is, dragged down with negativity and absorbing this negativity. This is somebody, absorbing positive. You can see this as like positive spiritual influence, energizing someone. And when you're unconsciously absorbing it, you're absorbing this negative vibrations into your life. So yeah, be very careful who you watch, especially Harry and Meghan. Best way to protect yourself is if you see a Harry and Meghan video and they're doing these kind of things where they're slipping things in, you got to slow it down and become consciously capture those screenshots and become consciously aware of what they're doing and rebuke it, so do not accept their subliminal messaging here. Subliminal messages work, right? Even if you're not consciously, just like in the movies with the popcorn messages slipped in and then the ads, and everybody gets up and buys the popcorn and the soda, right? I mean, that's a pretty harmless way, but it drives people, and this drives people towards a destructive, demonic end with these hand gestures. They're not just a joke. They're not just a haha joke. It's a spiritual level. I think it is, more of a serious matter, particularly people who may, and you can see who likes Harry and Meghan are really demonically possessed people. I think that's why. And does it empower their Sussex squad, who I think are very demonically possessed? They seem like it, or they're acting like it. Oh yeah, fertility. Yeah, it helps them. The power of using and abusing the idea of dead children, as we know that they're doing right now, which we covered in the last video. But also, you can look at this as it helps them grow their Sussex squad to make them more productive and creative in their destruction and what they're doing, and empowers them. They're empowering themselves, the idea of motherhood and children, and trying to establish themselves as we're the decent ones, and the other side, they're all the derangers, right? So it empowers them that they're these constant reinforcements, spiritual reinforcements of this negative energy from Harry and Meghan, from their platform that they've been given. Yeah, new beginnings reversed. Yeah. And again, the woman on the globe, the destructive New World Order, they're all over the world, these Sussex squatters. And they travel all over the world, right? They're to be destructive all over the world. See this woman, she's holding a stick or a spear, whatever you want to look at it as, a weapon, right? And she's walking around the globe here. And that's exactly this. So that's another part of it is the Sussex squatter, they're at Invictus. They're there in Nigeria. They're there in the UK at his court case, sitting there. Like they travel around the world, and they're going to be there in Australia. So it's covering all the points of the globe is also a part of this. You know, the Sussex Squad aren't just a group that started in, you know, Middle America or wherever. This is, you know, as we know, a terrorist organization, but it's international. It's global, right? Everything's global with Harry and Meghan and the New World Order. So that's an important facet of it, doing this type of spell work and satanic. And Australia's got a lot of Satanists. there's remember that TV, the news program where the picture stopped and they inserted a satanic ritual right in the middle of their evening news. It's up on my Odyssey channel. That happened during the COVID psyop. It was having a lot of Satanists. I mean, there's Satanists everywhere. I'm not trying to pick on Australia, but there is a lot in Australia. There's also a guy on YouTube who says he's a former Satanist, and he's answering questions to a Christian on YouTube, and he's in Australia, I believe. So anyways, Harry, they're everywhere, right? I mean, they're everywhere, and they're organized, and it's so Harry and Meghan have a lot of fan clubs around of a satanic nature. And this, I'm getting two major arcanas, so this really does somehow spiritually or demonically influence the Sussex Squad and help and emboldens them and makes them more producing more and doing more destruction. So here we have the Two of Coins reversed. They're always throwing the money around. They're doing a lot of money laundering, allegedly, with all these charities. They're raising money for this. They're raising money for Archie's birthday. They're raising money, you name it. They're raising money for Harry and Meghan, as if Harry and Meghan need money, right? And then, there we go, mental conflict. Yeah, it's reversed here. So they are here as excessive, or secretively with their psyop, with their military grade cognitive warfare. It's also very much a part of this as well. So, and divisiveness. We got two of coins and two of swords. So you're looking at divisiveness around Harry and Meghan, causing conflict, creating conflict, flinging out lies and accusations on the other side. They twist everything. Like in that last video where you saw the Sussex Squad woman who is so demonically possessed or acting like it, but she made the accusation because the UK people who pay for the royal family with their tax money, who want to see a picture of the children, who they've never seen a picture of Archie and Lilibet. And this Sussex squatter flipped it and said, one of the many things she lied and distorted and twisted or spun, she said, "Oh, these pedos, they just want to touch them," like basically accusing the other side of being PDFs, right? So this is what they do, right? They're intentionally lying and to being divisive and evil. And Harry, these hand gestures Harry does, on a conscious and unconscious level, are not harmless. They're not a harmless haha joke. It's on a spiritual level much more significant, I believe. And look out, pray up, people. Dealing with pure evil here. So that is what I have for you today. So I hope you enjoyed this. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.